Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of our African Succession Synergy here as Buha. And you may be wondering, hey, why am I playing the game? Well, we spoke with Arumba, or I spoke with Arumba, and we decided that since my run was so short and his last one was so long, and really his ruler's not up right now anyway, why don't I play through the Regency Council? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play through the Regency Council, which means I've got about 12-ish years to try to whip this nation into shape and win the war against Great Britain, which should happen eventually. We've got the ticking war score going on here, and currently, so we'll get 15 more points from that. And right now, they're not willing to negotiate because the length of war modifier, which will go away over time and in fact become a positive. So even if I did nothing else, eventually they would flip. Meanwhile, we do have to deal with a few rebel situations over here. So I'm going to bring some reinforcements there so we can go and bop these guys a little bit more resolutely. Really don't need quite this many. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab the cannons and send it over there. And that'll probably be enough. For rebels, I don't know. You know what? We'll send another half and do that. Because we are going to have to deal with a few other things. I would like to have more defenses around here in case they decide to start moving in this direction. That'll make me feel a lot safer. We need a mission as well. We're not going to colonize Nukunu because that's part of Africa and I don't think that's a big priority. Construct a Grand Fleet is interesting. You know, get 20 heavy ships, but I don't think we're in a situation to do that. Conquer Mocha, which I think... Where is that? That was over here. What's over here? Actually, I'm quite in favor of doing that. Lhasa, do you have any strong allies? Persia and Makuria. It's probably doable. Or I could just take a mission and then instantly cancel it and refresh the list. Which actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to do that. So in a year, we'll get a slightly refreshed thing. So we have 27 dudes on ships. Where's my 27 dudes? Right over here. I actually decided I want to make a slight change here. I'm going to dock them for a second. Okay. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do, I've been saving these admin points. There's things I want to do. First of all, I want to go ahead and boost my stability to +1. More money, a little bit more relaxed on the rebellion. The other thing I'm going to do is I will start doing some of these cores. I've been looking through it, and I think part of the reason, I didn't go and finish the state cores before is because Arumba hadn't. I'm like, oh, he's probably new. Has a reason for it, and I think the reason is because the autonomy in a lot of these is quite high. But that's not true everywhere. I went and checked all the really high development ones. The autonomy is quite high. But somewhere around here-ish. Nope, not there. Asbin. That's probably still quite high, too. What else we got? Right around here. Ebo. There we go. Autonomy is 50%, which is the floor for a territorial core. Which means if we went and cored this, probably the autonomy would be quite lower than 50%, which means we get a lot of value out of this, which is great. And that would help our finances and our manpower and a lot of things. But I'm going to wait a little bit longer because I did notice, yeah, our inflation, of course, is on its way up because we have gold mines, and it's actually quite high right now, which means I think for our next idea group, we really should prioritize economic ideas so we can get the national bank and have the yearly inflation reduction, which in the long run will dramatically reduce the amount of admin points we have to spend to keep our inflation manageable. The downside to doing this means we're not going to keep pace with our admin tech, which means when we grab our next level military technology, we'll start getting a little bit of corruption again, but I think is worthwhile. Economic ideas, I mean, more taxes is going to be amazing. The build cost probably still helps. I don't know how much we're going to prioritize building things, but actually there's probably a lot of building left to be done in this game. It's not that late yet. The inflation reduction, really good. Interest per annum shouldn't matter, but the monthly autonomy change is going to be fan-frickin-tastic as well. Land maintenance, this saves you a shit ton of money. Production efficiency, good. Development cost reduction, probably less of an issue. But I think it would be a good idea to grab these economic ideas. So I'm actually going to go and click on this button now, because we can always change our mind. It doesn't cost us anything. That's fine. But I'm going to sort of keep that in mind, and that's probably what I'm going to do with the interest of getting there. And as such, I'm not going to buy down the inflation. We're going to keep going there. I'm not regretting going to +1 stability, but other than that, I probably will continue to delay doing the coring just so that we can finish that off. I like my +1 stability. So there. Anyway, I want to land these guys here, because what I want to do is I want to split off 2 of these ships. And what I want to do is, because this stack is actually technically a bit too big, I'm going to split off these 2 damaged musketeers that way. I'm going to tell them to get on a boat, and I'm going to tell these boats to come over here. We're going to go and land some dudes over there and get these ships all consolidated up. Then I'm going to take the remaining stack of exactly 25, and I have exactly 25 merchantmen here. So I'm going to take them and run them up the coast. Land them on Yen, take care of that little group of dudes. As long as the Brits stay there, that's going to be great. They got a bunch of ships just sitting around there too. I don't know why they're not being more aggressive. It seems a little bit odd. And yeah, we're going to wait for those guys to arrive, and then we'll go and bop this group over here, and that should be good and plenty. Group up there. 13 colonies, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, embargo me, see if I care. So yeah, so we're going to be playing through the Regency Council over here. We still, admin is pretty good right now, and it will be very good on the next level with a rank 5 admin heir. Oh, they moved into me. Okay. I'm okay with that. All right, we'll group you up. Oh, I gotta wait a day. There we are. I'm going to bop out you. Obviously, you'll have to be reinforced before you can actually desiege that, but that's going to be sufficient. And then you're not being attritioned as is, which is good. I'm going to move you to Karu over here. So hopefully, if the Brits decide to move, they'll march down here, attack me, and I'll reinforce. And we lost our Theologian. That was our -2 unrest dude. Oh, poop. That's really shitty. I do still want a lot of admin points. We're not in a position to get any awesome dudes over here. Inquisitor is faster, faster conversion, which actually would be very handy. But it would give them influence, which we can't afford to give them. So I think I'll have to settle for the level 2. I don't need the prestige. I mean, the extra power points would be very nice. But honestly, saving a few bucks right now wouldn't be bad. The stability cost modifier is not important at either. Production efficiency would actually be quite nice for us. But yeah, I'll go with the slightly more affordable guy for now. And, I mean, we're going to be losing money again for a little bit. But I think our economy should generally be okay. We don't have any loans right now. So taking one out certainly wouldn't hurt. Saxony allied with Ulm. Okay, that's irrelevant. We're not declaring war on Ulm directly at any point, so. And you should be able to go there. Oh my god, now our trader died! And we get a revolt over here. Actually, I want the global tariffs guy, and it's not going to take very long, but I'm going to take the morale of navies, dude. And I've got to remember that I need to unlock this, because if we have higher morale, it means when these guys pop out, we'll also be doing higher morale damage. We might actually be able to actually kill them for a change. So, okay, you. Cancel your plans, come over here. Actually, it is nice that they went now, because they probably would have popped at some point regardless, and it would have been really annoying. Disloyal estates, Spain has permanent navies, okay, good for them. We're still transporting things. Okay, they did move over. Well, you probably can't just directly dock, or can you? No, you can't directly dock anymore. So we'll try to land in Aden. And we're going to go and bop you guys. But it still added separatism, which is annoying, but entirely manageable. There we go. We're going to drop you down, and then do one of those. Ah, and a colony became self-sustaining. Excellent! And that's good. Detach and run down to here. Okay. So we've got an extra colonist to deploy. I mean, we could keep filling this out, which is probably still a good idea. There's still a possibility. I mean, it could do the mission. Well, I mean, not right now. I'd have to wait for it to come back up. When do we get the mission again? Yeah. I think I'm just going to start colonizing. But I think I'm going to colonize up for here because it'll give us a little bit more adjacency options. And they're all about the same value, so that's going to be okay. So land there. Oh, you need a leader. Oh, and you're in enemy territory, so you can't. Okay, park yourself here. It's in the mountains, actually. If these rebels decide to move, that would be kind of pleasant. Oh, there we go. There's our naval battle. Come on, sink one of these buggers. They're taking more morale damage, but it's not going to be fast enough. Yeah, they'll be able to run away, and they did. And actually, we lost 2 ships. God damn it. That's what we get for not packing enough heavies. Merchantmen, go ahead and land there. And the damaged ships, go ahead and park. Arg! We have an admiral. I mean, not a very good admiral, admittedly. Oh, you went over there. Okay. I guess that's fine. Although, no, these guys have to get bopped, otherwise they will come back in. And there's no way these guys will give me military access. I don't remember if I'd be able to move in regardless and bop the rebels. It would be handy if I could. No. Well, I guess I'll just stand here. They'll probably come back because of various rules with their movement. Oh, quite good. Let's get rid of the Coptic guy over here. That's going to be fine. I'm going to put my leader here so that if they move back in, we'll be in a better position. Rebels don't really pay attention to strength of units as far as I know. They will go ahead and suicide in. They're not very well organized for that. Okay, that all got cleaned up. Excellent. We'll just get you to park in on over here, the Grain Coast. That's going to be fine. You guys get on a boat, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep taking these little islands. They're only worth a fraction of a war score, but we may as well do it. You don't have to occupy the land to take it as long as there's no fort nearby, and I believe I checked, and all those little islands don't have forts. And you're going to go there. See, you should invite me in. So, the problem is, I kind of feel like this keeps my troops pinned over here. Because I don't want to leave while they're there. Because they're going to come back in eventually. Which is a bit annoying. I guess I'll move to here. Take it alone, and we got a revolt over there. Ooh, which is a big one. Now, we can probably beat them. They are... Well, they're separatists. They're actually not too terrible. They don't have any leader, though. And we've got these guys. Well, let's take care of the small group. We'll come back for you. And then the bigger group, well, I don't know. We're below our force limit by quite a bit. We don't need any reinforcements as is. I could probably... You know what? Let's just get mercs. It's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to get some mercs down here and help us clear that out. And we can throw them into battle against the Brits or something. Oh, our spy got expelled. We're probably still stealing a fair deal of tech from them, but that's fair. You guys haven't moved. I love the fact that they're super static. I don't know why they're completely static. You grabbed Mersa. Mm-hmm. I think all of... Yeah, there's just one more merc left. All of our mercs will have been created. Oh, there's our next mission. Rival of our rival. Make friends with Delhi. Construct a grand fleet. Conquer Mara. Fine, Mara. Yeah, probably. I mean, there's no more estuaries there, but it wouldn't hurt to have more control over this territory and this trade node. I'll take the mission. We can always cancel it. Good reward for that. I think the reward will be the manpower recovery speed. Yeah, that's actually very, very sexy. Move the boat down here. Get these guys all together. At least I still have my turbo general. Get them together and go and smack. So roughly even odds, but a very good general. That's going to be fine. Excellent. How are the rebels going over here? So they're going to siege up more stuff. Good God. Yemeni separatists. Because Yemen. You know, they might go and run up over here, and it's possible that Hejaz won't be able to do anything about it. Which I kind of... Probably good for me. It may not make much of a difference either way, actually. I'm going to detach some people. I'm going to send them back up there in a sec. Consolidate. And split off. Like that. Oh, no, one more. There we go. So now we have a stack of 25. Grab the stack of 25 and go and sit them in the mountains over here. And you guys can just go back over there. That'll be fine. Okay. Reinforcements in position. I wonder if I could bait them. Do I want to bait them? To attack me to the jungle across the river? Potentially. Who's Black Flag? In the what? Doesn't make any sense. No, there we go. Oh, I could go and get a new theologian over here. No. I'm getting wrong. Wrong modifier here. Inquisitor would still be really, really, really good. Half price, level 3 Inquisitor. Get some more conversions. Would be really nice. I want this, but we do have to wait for all this to repair itself. Oh! The rebellion ended. Okay, never mind. So, now what are we going to do? Do we have another uprising coming in soon? Not very close to another one, which is nice to see. 2.4 years. Alright, so what we could do instead is actually, while this is going to take a long time for the troops to move, I will just go ahead and, well, let's move them a little closer. We'll dock here, because the troops do get attrition while they're on the boat. So once they have landed, I'm just going to slow march them across to the other side. And that's going to be fine. And we may make a move against them. Are they sitting in... No, they're sitting in Savannah. Another... What the hell, man? Alright, we can take the manpower guy. We want more military power. We're going to spend it. It's expensive as hell. Very expensive. What's our income right now? Quite poor, actually. We may have to get rid of the mercs. Kind of feel like I'm going to have to trim this down. Especially since we're not actively fighting, we don't have to worry about it. I think we've got a few other mercs kicking around here. Yep. It hurts because we still don't have the manpower. We're not at a force limit or anything like that, but we've got to save a few bucks here and there. And you know what? Why don't I put this fleet back to... No, I was going to say, this trade node, which is where we need more control, have them protect trade, but that'll probably put us directly into conflict with the British fleet and their 35 heavies. Just go and dock. It's fine. Can we peace out at this point? No, they're not even willing to white peace yet. Length of war. We still don't have our maxed out war score here either. It's getting close, but we've got to wait for all these modifiers to wear off. Yeah, we're going to save a few more bucks. I don't like... The mercenaries are actually really handy. I don't like getting rid of them. We could reduce inflation, but again, I'm going to save admin power for the ideas. Plus, actually, setting up territorial cores as well, because we don't want to be overextended here. I don't like the turn the economy has taken. Oh, you. Get on a boat. Come on over here. And land here. Just to get a couple more points of war score here and there. Alright, yeah, they'll slowly march across there. Not going to do any force march. We're not in any kind of rush. And we'll keep getting these little ticks here. I guess I can probably even go up to speed 4. It's a little risky, but... a bunch of autonomy increases have expired. Ooh, that's interesting. 1.6 years here. Do we want... in Malindi... You're a proper core and everything. And you got a lot of development. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be raising autonomy, but what I may do is just park some people in here. Not a particularly large stack, actually. But it will bring down the thing. Education for Emperor. Ooh, hello. Oh, we can give you a buff in a category. Now, I think it's just +1, which actually has me tempted to still put it in admin. But some balance would be good, and military is always super, super, super critical. Although, we do still need to get some trade ideas as well if we want to finish that off. I don't think anyone will complain if I increase military skill over here. Always nice to get the event to train up our Emperor. Really wonderful. So that's about to go, and then we've got another island over here to do. Excellent. So we'll just use the automated movement. I'm assuming this is the 3rd fleet. It is. Perfect. Do that. Thanks. I mean, I could still build up my military more, but probably a few fewer mercs. And there's our first idea. Bureaucracy, absolutely. 10% more tax modifier is going to be really good. Really, really good right now. We still get a lot of money from taxation. So our trade income has dropped. Wow, yeah, so much. It's because Great Britain is pulling trade forward instead of letting us soak it out here. Yeah, we got to end this war just so that we can run some ships over here again. Because I don't feel safe running that. We'd lose our entire navy, and that would be devastating. God damn you. Still not there yet. And we may actually not quite be able to... Who the hell is this? Muscovy is landing some troops. Well, that's interesting. Merchant Guild gains influence, which will bring them to... Okay, 75. That's going to be fine. Muscovy's landing some dudes over here, and it's got some boats. Because if we could start convincing their partners to get out, which we can't. It's only Muscovy and Ulm that we can negotiate with. That would make a hell of a big difference. You guys. I wonder where they're landing. Barawa. So we'll go to there and get ready. And yeah, we'll bring the war fleet over. And see if we can't sink some stuff. Are you coming? You are. Land. Oh. Is there seriously no port on this sea? Oh, that's bad. Well, try to see if you can get here. Looks like the answer is no. Well, crap. Because that's going to be war score in their favor. Not much, but some. That's really shitty. I can't believe there's no port in that sea. Well, I mean, I can believe it. There we go. Die, die, die. And stack wipe their navy. And capture a ship. Oh, just a transport. Well, it'll make up for the fact that we lost one. Maybe we just recaptured it. Just dock here for now. And... Oh. They're going way up here. Okay, that's kind of unexpected. I could chase them down faster with the boat. The other thing I'm going to do is just grab, say, half the lights here. And just swing up here and deal with that. Okay, so you're going after that fortress. Oh yeah, we did have a keep here that I never went and dismantled. Local unrest or autonomy in one place. So where's Moshi? And what do I think about it? Moshi over here has 4 development. You know what? You can have some local autonomy. Because you actually currently have some unrest, so it's going to offset that. I'm fine with it. And meanwhile, I will go and split off 2 merchantmen and get you to pick up these guys over here. And I feel like I might want a couple of more in here. So I'm going to get that started. Still have no money. We'll probably take out another loan. We really need to get this war done. Oh, 20 prestige. Nice. 97. All right. Really kind of need the war to end so that I can get my trade working again. I mean, I guess I could change my redirection, my trade assignments. Muscovy's on medium. I don't suppose you'd be willing to white peace, would you? Nope. Okay. Fair enough. So come back down to here and we'll figure out what to do next. Meanwhile, Great Britain, still not moving. Okay. You know what? Let's go after them. It's fine. You. Get on the boat. And... Actually, I'll just use the automated thing. So this is called the 5th Fleet now. That's fine. You're going to land here, using the 5th Fleet. Groovy. Alright, we're going to bring the war to Great Britain. Mercenary bands raid Cayor. Ugh. Okay. Fine. Ooh. And more. So we're going to get the boats to land us here. Terrorize my mercenaries going away. More modifiers. Oh, the influence of the merchant guilds just dropped, which does give us the ability to master the mint for half price. So I think we need to rush that. I mean, I could ask for some money. Their loyalty would actually be manageable here. We're not going to do this one. We don't need the admiralship. So that will gain them enough influence to still be fine. Not here. Here. There we go. I'm going to pick you up, so get a level 3. Get the inflation reduction, which is going to be nice. I mean, I'd probably prefer the negative unrest, but it's still going to be manageable. And if I did demand or ask for contributions, they would drop down to 39%, which would make them disloyal for a second. But they would come back up. Well, would they? Not. Yeah, no, they would. In fact, the rate, I think, would be higher than it shows up here, because they'd be further away from 50%. Because I don't really want to lose a lot of trade efficiency. That being said, I don't think it'll actually cost us that much. So I'm gonna ask them for some money. And this will bounce back up real fast. Actually, I'm going to get everyone to just dock over here. And they can repair up once they get there. Alright, so, assuming there's not another rebellion, which there might be soon. Excellent. Oh, that's an independent nation. Oh, that's not British. This is, though. Let's go and get that taken care of. May as well bop a few more islands. All right, 27%. Okay. They're willing to white peace now. And, I mean, I would like to end the war sooner rather than later. These are really cheap, and that's too much. Just puts them just over the edge. I'll probably want to grab this island as well. And it wouldn't hurt to grab some territory over here either. It's not as much of a priority. This has been a very expensive war because of the trade interdiction that's effectively happening. Okay, a bunch of modifiers just ran away. Ran away? Yes, ran away. I really still want the New World missions, which gains them influence. It'll bring them up just, high, but we need the native assimilation is really handy for us. Really affects the rate at which we get stuff. We can't do the influence or the loyalty hit, but we can do this one. That's going to be okay. Grant Monopoly Charters. Gives them 10 influence, it brings them to 74, which is okay. In exchange for loyalty. I don't know if we need to rush that. I mean, I guess they could get this and then go demand diplomatic support. It will drop them below 30, but gives us a lot of points. I might wait just a little bit longer for this to add up just a scooch more. Meanwhile, with the nobility, demand military support, lose 20 loyalty. We can't do that. We need that would be too low. We need the bonus to manpower, and we definitely don't want to take a hit to manpower production. That would be devastating. All right, group you guys up. Oh yeah, that's right. And you've got the transports. We're going to do that because I think that's where the transport here is landing, and it is. These guys aren't moving out to engage, which is good. We're going to save our admin rather than make state cores. That's all going to be good. All right, and we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Hey, Cocos Island. Excellent. So I think, where's diplomatic map mode? All right, occupied by Buha and me. So, oh, there's some more holdings up there. So please land on that. So we'll occupy all their territory over here, which will actually impact, at that point, they won't have a friendly, a port they control themselves. Therefore, they won't be able to dock any ships here, which is going to be great. Also, if I could get Muscovy to go ahead and butt out of this, that would be really handy, because, or Ulm, because then they would poop. Then the strength of alliances with Great Britain would drop down considerably. Okay, but we're going to put a cut in here. Again, we are on the cusp of winning the war, and then we'll get our trade back, which will fix our economy, which is good, because we've got a lot of loans to repay, but we'll be fine soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. See you next time.